Hello! Today I'm going to do the Lay survey for 2013 that was created by Rosiana Rojas. Do you agree that the internet is a harder space for women? Why? And is it helpful to acknowledge this? So I don't know if the internet, in my opinion, is really much harder than real life. There's always corners of the internet where you're gonna find people that's just like, what? What? I know from my personal background in certain areas, you will have the fake geek girl argument that also happens in real life, but in some areas of the internet, like, that is very apparent, and that you have to try to prove yourself in order to be a real geek, whatever that definition is. What is the most helpful book, article you've read, film you watched, or video you've seen this year about womanhood? This for me would be the JV podcast, which is hosted by Janet Varney, and I've talked about this many of times, but that podcast just kind of inspires me and I love it. You have these women talking about their childhood, their teenage years, and like even college, and just growing up and dealing with struggles in the world, either family struggles or career struggles, and it just, yeah, I feel like I have a good understanding of womanhood from listening to this podcast. Do you think a focus on supportive networks of women online, whether formally through things like womanhood or informally, is beneficial or hurts the cause? I think these things are helpful, but it would be also nice to have these outlets that are about, I guess, women empowerment or supportive networks that also included all genders and not just women. It's not just about supporting women, but also having communities beyond women that support women and like support that cause, if that makes sense. What have you done to support female content creators in the past years? Are things better now than they were then? What do you pledge to do this coming year? So my contribution is just watching, reading, commenting, and sharing stuff I come across from women creators. I guess also kind of participating in this vlog would be something of that. I don't know if that things have necessarily changed in a year, because I think it's hard to measure change of that sort in a year time scale, but I definitely personally have come across a lot more of these issues online, and I don't know whether I've just seeked them out more or it's become more apparent. I really don't know which one of those it would be. My pledge for next year would be to keep watching and sharing stuff I come across. What are your 5 favorite internet females? So first, Janet Varney from the JV podcast, as I discussed. Joy the Baker podcast with Joy Wilson and Tracy Benjamin from Shutterbean. Both of these wonderful ladies run cooking blogs, but they also have this podcast where they talk about more than cooking and just about life in general, and they're both in their early 30s, and I just kind of love it. They are hilarious and like real women, and I adore that podcast. Andrea Heckler of Books and Brew on YouTube. She is a booktuber but does videos about other things. She's lovely. Becca Canote, I think that's how you say her last name. She is on the Geeking Out show on the Geek and Century Vlogs channel with Neil McNeil. There they talk about being a geek in the LGBT community, which is very interesting, but she also has a personal channel which I adore. Lastly, Casey King here on YouTube. She always has some funny anecdote and just love her take on life. I guess I can tag Kayla and Jessie to do this thing too, because I think it'd be cool. Bye!